This is the book of Ecclesiastes 7:7, and it says, "Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart." Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai, Kol Haloim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rabakakadash. Peace and blessings to the whole family elect, the listening and learning, the Akim and the Akwathium. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone as we teach me this truth. And much respect to the Kabarium on the highways and hedges, waking up the lost sheep, and those Kabarium making videos of edification. The Bid Yasharah to the marriage. Salutations to the whole family elect scattered abroad, that be unto the speckled bird, as it says in the book of Jeremiah. Yeah, so through the spirit, I was watching the show. Actually, my wife recommended me to watch this show called Them, and it's on I think Amazon Prime Video. And there was a specific part on this video, this movie here, that made me want to do like a small little quick lesson. So basically, the show I should say, takes place in the times of Jim Crow. A Jake family that leaves the South, to get a better life over there in I forgot what they were. North Carolina. In North Carolina. So they moved to North Carolina for a better life. However, they moved into this town that's predominantly all Edomites. They're going through racial oppression, so on and so forth. So I'm going to play the video, and then I'm going to add a scripture to it. So check this out. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it. Hopefully I can hear it.
Such a man, however, gives himself up in the end through fear. Fear of the law or of God. And your ability to inspire fear must be a powerful weapon. Very. Half the time it drives a man to us, saving us the bother of going after him. And then, well, I would confess this openly. As one criminologist to another, we take credit for being inhumanly skillful. Yes, you wouldn't use the word and got him scared. It's them bones that you fiddling with. Nonsense. Well, that's one way to put it. But them boys figure that them bones was walking around here once, and the folks that was wearing them.
Lord, Mr. Henry, these monkey shines like to have me bust the scene.
And yet, through the spirit, this also explains, shows the curses of Deuteronomy. It says that thou shalt smite thee with madness and astonishment of heart. Because when we was going through all these trials and tribulations back in those times of slavery, we endured oppression. We endured our young ones being given off to our slave masters. Just going through a lot of hell, man. And in this part, each character was actually experiencing, was actually seeing these ghosts, through their trauma. So this lines up perfectly with one of the curses in Deuteronomy when it says, "And I shall smite thee with madness and astonishment of the heart." All right, so let's keep going.
Bust the scene.
Where you come from? This here's my house.
Sure paid enough for it.
That's right. I paid for this. All of it.
And now that old Faye taking the food out your children's mouths. That old rascal.
I say, profit sharing is something you...
So what's going on is that he's an engineer, and he works at this place where amongst a whole bunch of Edomites, and this boss is an Edomite. And what's happening is that the boss is basically trying to take all the credit from him, just give him a whole bunch of shit. So he's obviously pissed off, and this character that's next to him, that's in blackface, is basically a representation of his frustration and his anger.
Profit sharing is something you earned, Emery.
Ooh, Mr. Henry, if you don't sound honesty, Mr. Henry. And now, I can conjugate more proper like. What you gonna do? 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 Ooh, I seen that face before. And trouble come right behind.
So as you saw, Jake, he was boiling up in anger and frustration. And like I said, the character that was speaking to him was basically embodiment of his anger and frustration, And that brings me to the spirit, to what it says in the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 9. And it says, Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouched as a lion and as a old lion. So what's it saying is that, Judah back in his prime was very mighty. But now that we're in this captivity, we're like a lion who's mostly meek and afraid, It's not as mighty. His roar is not as intimidating and terrifying, right? And it says, who shall rouse him up? So in that part that you just seen in the show called Them, the embodiment of his anger and frustration was rousing him up. So what he did was, he went up and picked a firearm, got the firearm, and basically he's going out and going towards his boss's house, But I'm not going to give away the rest of the movie, the rest of the show. So the show is called Them, and it's on Amazon Prime Video, I believe. So yeah, to the spirit, man. You guys check it out if you haven't. It's a very, very spiritual show, and basically making Esau bear to the 144th power. And with that, I want to say Shalak Rayam to Esau Edom. Shalak Rayam to the 2/3 wicked Israelites who despise this word. Abba Babal. Shalom.